I'm Mads Barnker from Kaizer Power Electronics, and today I have some good news and I have some slightly less good news. Because I have spent some million Danish crowns on a house, so I am moving out of the apartment, which this small basement lab also belongs to. So I will get to spend a little bit of time to move all my bits, but more time to actually prepare the house to be able to live in it. So the next couple of videos will be this showing you the current state of this basement lab, and then I guess hopefully I can do a few small electronics videos, but else it will be about the new lab, what space I'm getting, how much room there is for parts, and a really good workbench, and for both the rough work, but also a separate workbench for measurements and so on. So let's take a look at what I have in the basement today, and you can get a feeling about what kind of projects you will see in the future. So here is the IKEA induction stove project. Underneath it is my 50-watt valve amplifier. This is a full bridge inverter for a 70 kilovolt X-ray transformer. There is a lot of piping for Tesla coils, some nice top load material. If we move over here, there is a lot of plexi acrylic pieces, primary coil, a large Fantagraph generator top load. This is a 17 kilo pulse capacitor. Gonna have some fun with that at some point. Just loads and loads of parts here. Actually, it's impossible to see as it's in behind, but here's the cable for a 70 kilovolt X-ray transformer I got in there. Here's one of my big induction heater capacitors. That's a real beast. There's my large Variac 3-phased 16 amps here. Then over here is a smaller Variac stack, also 3-phased 10 amps. There is a experimental, what do you call it? Quasi-resonant solid-state Tesla coil. Underneath it is a 10 kilovolt Spellman power supply that I need to repair. Then over here there's a lot of server power supplies that I want to have some fun with. There is a pulse discharge test instrument that I also need to repair. Got some X-ray heads lying down here on the ground. Over here is my first dual resonant solid state Tesla coil. And in here is a huge 10 kVA isolation transformer for also the 3-phased for the Variac stack. A lot of high voltage and obit power supplies. Move up here, just parts everywhere. Then if we move to the drawers here, this drawer is all the capacitors I got. This is IGBTs and diode modules, SCRs, thyristors, all kinds of stuff. Over here is some Euro sub rack, a lot of ferrites, cabling, and then behind this I have a couple more of X-ray transformers. I got two SKM 400 inverters from a large X-ray inverter power supply. And again, a lot of parts, some secondary coils, fuses, snubber capacitors. Over here there's a few tubes for some future valve projects, valve amplifier projects. Then again, down here some more parts and large isolators and so on. If we move over here, there's a huge stack of snapper capacitors for a really large MMC for a really large Tesla coil. Down here I got some potential transformers, and this is just what I have in this little small lab, where I have actually made almost everything you have seen in my videos on my website and so on. All the black cases is sorted parts, all my various transformers are also underneath the workbench there. So I'm really looking forward to get some more space and can actually have a proper workbench for measurements, and so I don't have to move things between the apartment and the basement. Oh, god damn it. Broke my handle! Ah. So this is my second room, and you know that you're a bit of a hoarder when you have convinced the landlord that it's a good idea that you get some space in the janitor room to store just a few cases of stuff. So up here is some of my really huge 800 kVA induction capacitors. Lots of different parts in these cabinets. Most interesting is probably a whole bunch of photo flash capacitors. Some really big banks, and lots of them. And many more of them, and also some really huge throw switches. And then down here, see some really big and heavy microwave oven transformers. These came from some industrial ovens that I found. Really heavy duty magnetron. So also some cool projects that these can be used for. So I hope you survived the horror theme of inspecting electronic high power parts with a flashlight in the dark. Once I have moved these approximately 5-10 metric tons of electronic stuff, I don't even know how much I have. But I hope that this will get over soon, that I will get settled in the new lab, the new workshop, and just show you how I will build it up. And yeah, we'll see.